So last year, everyone was hyped on compact 60-watt lights. They're easy to carry, and they're super versatile. But let's be real, sometimes you don't need something small and mighty. You need the big juice, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes you just need the big guns. The Suncrafter S300C might be a mouthful, but for me, it could be the endgame light, balancing versatility and raw power. And honestly, this thing, which is lighting me right now, it's only at 7% right now. Because this isn't just a 300-watt light, this is a 340-watt light. And it's got full RGB, it's got a whole bunch of different like effects and settings and stuff like that. Also, full disclosure, Suncrafter did not pay me for this video. They just sent me the light and also a softbox. You're able to pretty much light almost any scenario. You know, it can just fully fill out a room with light. I used it recently on one of my dance projects and it was like the main key light. And I also had it like 15 feet away from the subjects, the dancers. Usually with a light, like a key light, you want to kind of have it close to the subject. This is the light, I'm touching it right now. It's only at 7%, like I said, and it is like lighting me just fine. So if I added 100%, you can actually move it a lot further away from the subject. And that's kind of like one of the benefits of having a 300-watt light. Okay, so let's kind of talk about the key features that this light has and why you should buy this over any other light. I really like white with the green. It's different enough to kind of make it stand out, you know what I mean? This right here is the power brick. Like, it's tiny. Most power bricks, they usually have like the dials and the functions, like buttons and stuff on it, so that it makes it a little bit bigger. But as you can see, all the dials and functions are on the back of the light. And this is where you can find like the dimming dial, the on and off switch, the Bluetooth button so you can connect to your phone, and the mode dial that will pretty much cycle through all the different modes. What if it's really high up, or what if you can't reach it and you want to change something? Well, that's actually where you can kind of fully control the entire light from your phone. Now, this isn't really a new feature, but it's nice that newer lights are coming with the apps so that you can edit all the colors and the functions and all that stuff, because there's a lot that you can do and there's so many different effects and stuff that you can kind of cycle through, and so it's nice to have a app where you can just do that. So let's just kind of talk about the build and the design. I like that a lot of lights these days are kind of coming in different colors. I'm sure everyone's just trying to differentiate themselves. I really like that there's an on-off switch and it's not a button that you have to hold down. That's really nice. Kind of handle thing that you have to use to be able to tilt the light actually works really well. I like it a lot more than having to use some sort of like thumb screw, because those things they don't work really well. There's also an umbrella holder, which is nice if you want to use that. The buttons are clicky, and the dials are really tactile. You get some nice feedback when you turn it. I think one of the coolest settings is that you can go from 1800 Kelvin all the way up to 20,000 Kelvin, which is not very common. You also can use full RGB. A hybrid light like this is really helpful because you can just literally do anything with it. You can use it as an atmosphere light. I think a lot of lights these days have these functions, but this light kind of has every single one of them. It's actually very quiet at 100% because it has this really nice ventilation system that goes from the bottom all the way to the top. A couple things that I'm not a huge fan of. It doesn't come with a bag. Most lights now, they all come with like a bag where you can kind of organize your light. I'm a little bit sad that I can't put this in a case. And it also doesn't come with the plastic covering on the outside where you can protect the light. It's a little bit concerning. I think transferring this light stresses me out a little bit. To be honest, I'm not a huge fan of the lighting effects. They're not as accurate as something that like Godox offers. I find that the Godox, these tube lights, they have really good effects. So Suncrafter is kind of like the new dog in the industry. I haven't seen a whole lot of people use this light or even review this light. They actually have a bunch of other things. They have like, soft boxes and different lights. This just happens to be their flagship light. I just want to thank Suncrafter so much for sending me this light, as well as their softbox, because their softbox was actually really good quality. The only thing I would say about the softbox is that setting it up kind of hurts a little bit. They have this sort of like system where you gotta pull the rods back. I don't know if I just have weak hands. It hurts my thumbs. And then when you want to sort of deconstruct it, You have to press these buttons really hard and it hurts also. And I'm a pretty strong guy. So if there was someone that like had smaller hands or wasn't that strong, I feel like the Softbox would be like really annoying for them. I think if you're looking for a light that kind of does it all, and not perfectly, but you know, does everything that you would kind of need it to do. It may not be perfect. I would say the biggest selling point is the value. It's such a good light for the price. If you want to check it out, I'll leave it in the description down below. That's pretty much it. I'll see you guys in the next one.